Hey y'all, what's up? What up, what up, what up? We're back.
We're back. It's React and Draw. It's Monday. And we're here. So, Mr. S,
Yes.
how's it going?
It's
Huh?
going pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Uh claimed I saw a claim movie this weekend called The Meg 2.
You saw the Meg too?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Did Jason Statham do a roundhouse kick on the shark
No, but he held a shark back with his feet though.
by doing what? Bicycle kicks? Like,
Nah, he tried to I don't know, try to come down to him. He tried to just put his leg up
you mean like to keep the shark's jaws open or something? Like, he
No, no,
wouldn't
no, no, no. It
swallow?
wasn't like he wasn't like inside the mouth. It was like on the outside, like on his nose type shit. Like for a
Oh,
second, he only did it for a second. I don't know how you rate like the Meg, but it was better than the first one.
well, the trailer looks more silly than the first one.
Yes, and
That's
that's
got to
why
be
I
plus.
appreciated it. It's funny because I saw everybody's reviews. It was like, um, oh, they wanted like more silliness, and I could see that because it was like the first part of the film is just like boring to them. But I mean, they had to get through the plot, and then because they had some plot going on with like some guys was trying to find something in the ocean, and they were the villains, and there's more Megs, and there's more other prehistoric monsters too. So it was just like
Oh,
the whole end of the film is just like completely nuts. Like
that's exciting.
I was like, all right, and guess what? The Meg 2 is better than the Flash, so I'm using the Flash as my new test, by the way, because before I was
Oh,
using Batman v Superman, the original cut. Now I'm gonna just use the Flash. So Meg 2 delivered more than the. I think it's funny because it's like I don't even know how I'm supposed to diss the Meg because it's like it's got that Fast and Furious thing where it's like I'm gonna diss it when they know it's stupid.
right.
Like, what can I
And
say?
they'll love it in China. I think it was like financed partially by them, so they're gonna love that
Partially.
stuff. But yeah, partially. He's like,
The whole damn thing took place. It started in the Philippines and went back to China because I know the whole Meg one was in China. This
right.
one is like in Philippines and then back to China.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah, the whole. But they
and
had,
Jason Statham is like a favored citizen of China, like a visitor of China, I guess, and
yeah, I
they're
guess so.
financing his films and whatnot.
I tell
Cool.
you,
All right.
oh, but one last thing. What I did appreciate about the Meg 2 is that they were like, wait, Jason Statham can do martial arts. So they had him doing more action.
Mm-hmm.
Because before,
Oh,
the first one, he's just like the shark. He's dealing with the shark. But now, like, since there's villains along with the shark, so they have him like fighting more, and they have his boys fighting more too. And I'm like, I mean, it's still PG-13. This movie should have been rated R. And I didn't mean to go on an expose about the Meg to the trench right now. Lord have
my man
mercy.
supported the Meg, and I guess they wanted you to support the turtles. I guess that was supposed to be the move.
Oh, I was
I'm
supposed to go
like,
see the turtles.
right.
I,
Got to represent your sister April O'Neil, and yes, exactly. I heard it made 50 million. I don't know if that's good. I don't know. I saw some YouTubers being like, "Oh, that's not good," but it cost 70 million to make. I'm sure it costs a lot to promote.
right.
I don't know why
Mm.
movies cost so much to promote. Like, where are you promoting this? I guess what do bus ads cost a lot of money nowadays or something?
They
Like,
promoting it locally, nationally, internationally. They promoting it to the aliens that they found like 2 weeks ago. You know what
true.
I'm saying? So, by the way, government, we still want to learn about the aliens. We don't think we forgot. Don't think I
Yeah, we didn't
forgot.
forget.
Never forget.
That's right. I'm watching all the X Files episodes again in preparation, so I'm prepared for what comes next.
Right.
Okay.
Never forget.
Curveballs are gonna throw me.
Anyhow, we got in the chat. We got Mama Bear. What's up? We got Faye in the chat. Buddha Bear. What's up, y'all? What is up? Hold on. refill
Yeah,
here.
today's topic is like kind of a think piece. I don't know. It's like we're just going to talk about the transition, I guess, of the art styles starting from the 80s cartoons to today. And they kind of fit like in a full circle way because basically the cartoons that are being made and promoted right now are 80s properties. I mean, they
Yeah.
not basically, they are like the Thundercats Roar, which got canceled. I mean, that was easy pickings, but you got the Ninja Turtles, you got your He-Man, you got your Transformers,
Mm-hmm.
and they're here. The properties are here. Except they look a little different.
Just a little.
Just a smidge, a skosh.
Un poquito.
Right.
Just a tad.
Different than their original look. You know. And it's a lot of nuance to it. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's like the original art style
Mm-hmm.
was, I mean, the original art style for these cartoons were like outsourced to Japan, basically, for the most part.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
They were conceived in America. Maybe the character sketches were done in America,
Yeah.
but the actual like hand-drawn cell animation stuff and maybe some of the creatures for the cartoon was done in conjunction with Japanese animation studios and Japanese directors.
Mm-hmm.
So it was basically like the first dose of anime that we've gotten domestically in the United States. Right? It had the same approach. In fact, it looked very similar to anime. It was anime for all intents and purposes. And you get a cartoon like Transformers, the animated movie from 1986. That was straight up anime, directed by a Japanese person,
Yeah.
called Nelson Shin. So it was anime.
It definitely was.
Right. Now, after those cartoon properties, like in their first iteration, they kind of left that. They started to be animated, but I guess they figured that the Japanese were a little too expensive, so they outsourced it to Korea. And then, I don't know, something else happened. Other things started to go down, and then the art style started to change.
Right.
And, you know,
I mean,
and it was
before the
my,
change, we had like the '90s. We had like Batman, the animated series, Bruce Timm style.
right?
Now, I
You had
mean,
your X-Men cartoons. You
yes,
had Gargoyles. These are adventure cartoons,
yeah.
Adventure properties.
I wouldn't draw on that style per se, but the style was quite fine for the entertainment it was in. Now, I watched
Right.
like every episode of freaking Batman the animated series.
You can still sense the roots of comic book style or a comic strip style that they were
Mm-hmm.
going for. And then, I don't know, somewhere around the 2000s, and then after that until where we are now, it looks way different. They call it the modern audience style. I don't know what you call it. Some people have referred to it as the Cal art style.
Right. So I guess
Very stylized
sometime
figures.
after 2011 Thundercats, which I still wanted to watch, by the way. And there was a Ninja Turtle cartoon around that time.
Yeah, I've seen a few episodes. They were like the last holdout or something, for
Yeah.
like maintaining
Can I find
something
that?
that
Hold on.
has a connective tissue to the older 80s art styles. Then it was just a wrap after that. It was just,
Ninja Turtles. Hold on.
how could we bend this art style? How could we like make it look more I don't know, strange, bizarre, unique, as they would say.
Right.
That's a
Yeah.
positive,
These guys.
non-pejorative term. Yes, exactly. Yeah, they had that, and
Which
I don't know, like, yeah,
I thought they looked
I
cool.
guess, right. I think they look cool. Now they look like something else, and I'm not sure. Like, do they never like take a I don't know. They never ask children or anybody like, which one do you like better? Like, if you held two pictures side by side and saying, which do you like better, this or the Mutant Mayhem style, or this or the Rise of the Ninja Turtle style,
Mm-hmm.
the Rise of the TMNT, which you like better? They never like consult them and be like, I like that one. Like I never see like a poll. Maybe we should, I don't know. Somebody should do it. They should go to the mall and just hold up two pictures. Which do you prefer?
They should. Then it was like, hold on. It was like, wait. Go back up. It was like this joint. Remember this joint? This is when we started like heading in a whole other direction.
Yeah. And this is gonna have to be, if there's anyone in the chat who is like, I don't know, been to like art school in the past, like, I don't know, 5 to 10 years, like, let us know. Do they teach you how to hand draw? Do they just skip to the computer?
Mm.
Like, do they just skip to the CGI or what? Like, because it seems like in Japan they still have a connective tissue between manga and, you know, it's not cell animation anymore, but it's definitely in the vein of cell animation when it comes to like they're mimicking cell animation by using drawing on the computer or scanning in there, whatever
Right.
program they're using, Toon Boom or so, whatever, or Clip Studio or whatever, Photoshop. They're like still drawing it. I could tell that there's like, and they're drawing it like in even more advanced art styles than they were doing in the 80s.
Right. Oh look.
And in America, yeah, from the past, blast from the past. You know what's interesting? If you go to like the Ninja Turtle channel on YouTube, they're showing the first 5 episodes for free. They released it like maybe like a few days ago, and already has like 250,000 hits.
Oh
People
my
just watching
gosh.
the old cartoons.
Red Sky Years. Is this still a continuation from the same? Yeah. This and this is like the same show though.
Right.
It's just that their styles were like, you know, it's basically the same thing except like as the art style was maturing. Then oof, we had the forgot the Ninja Turtles the show
Oh yeah, this is the live action.
where
This
they
is,
made Venus de Milo. Remember, she had the sky blue color going on. It's like the Saban Turtles or something.
yeah, they were trying to bring back Turtles in live action form after the
Right.
success of Power Rangers and all this.
And then this is the one we were talking about, which was the 2003 to 2006. I wish I'd watched this because this looked kind of fire, to be honest.
Yeah, I've seen some episodes of this. This is a legit cartoon, and this was like, we're still going somewhere. We're still in the trajectory. You know what I'm saying? Like we're
Yeah.
still, they figure this is what worked before. We'll just advance it a little bit. This has,
Right.
this art style is giving me like, it's giving me like comic book vibe art from back then.
Right.
It's giving me that stylized look.
Now I will say the Turtles, if we want to be technical, Turtles, their first incarnation is closer to some of these later styles where they're like a little more like they're muscular but skinny, lanky kind of. These were like, these are the buff turtles, so I guess they like buffed them up. This was what was this? Hold on. It was this. I feel like this and this is the same thing.
Yeah.
So, except like, they try to give them
It
some
says it's a fast forward is the 6th season of the 2003 Ninja Turtles series. After 5 successful seasons, the show needed a retooling with a new art style and character design. I don't know if I'm feeling this character design.
Not really.
And a more comedic tone.
Hey.
Yeah, get your Samsung. The shift was due in part to 4Kids Entertainment trying to keep the show under a PG rating. That's another thing too. A lot of these busybody groups nerfed our cartoons back in the day.
Yeah.
And they would always complain, like there's always like some I don't know what these groups are, these tattletale mom groups that would phone in and just harass like the studios from making action TV shows.
Right.
Ruining our childhoods.
You know what we have
Faye
here?
says she doesn't like that design. Yeah, I'm not really a fan here.
This, I think this and this is the same thing. Back to the sewer.
We're going. All right, now we're going back to this, the 7th and final season. Okay,
I didn't even know it was
back.
on for 7 seasons. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It was on for a while. I remember it still being on.
Then, the Turtles Forever movie where they went through like all the styles or something.
Correct. And it's almost like it was like a farewell or something.
Right.
In some ways.
Then
But
we had
came
this.
back. Then we had this. This is like, I feel when Nickelodeon. Yeah, it says the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles saw a reboot in 2012 after Viacom acquired the rights to the franchise in 2009. The new series aired on Nickelodeon in September 2012 and received the highest ratings of an animated series since 2009. Like, great.
The
That is
funny,
validated by their success, which is like, all right, well, this is like a 3D style that they can afford. It's not the
right?
worst, I guess. I've seen worse,
It's funny because
but
their body builds here are accurate to the original turtles, but like something about, I don't know, their eyeballs bothers me. I don't know what it is. It's like I think it's just the whole 3D thing. Like I feel like if this was drawn, it would have been better.
yeah, it's tough to like maintain a 3D show in on television,
Right.
without a dip
What
in
was
quality.
this? Some chibi joint
Last
was? Whose mans is these?
says Half Shell Heroes Blast to the Past is a TV movie made in essence to sell toys. Playmates Toys produced the Half Shell Heroes. What is this? This is a movie. I never saw this.
I don't know what this. Okay.
Whatever. It's like Muppet Babies version of Turtles.
All right, here we go.
All right, then we get to this. And I guess this is around the time that Bay Turtles have taken
Yeah.
over. They had
Yes.
their the first movie was a hit just because like people wanted to see turtles again. But I don't think the audience was approving of those creepy looking Michael Bay turtles.
I hated the Michael Bates. Oh, okay.
Right.
Specifically, I hated Raph and Mike. They were the most
Yeah.
disgusting. Like Leonardo was fine actually.
Hmm.
Raph and Mike was the ugliest. And
Yeah.
then here we go again with Raph is like a freaking tower. And why is Don's head like elongated? Son, like what is going? All right, all right. I don't even think this. Yeah, see, this article is old, so we haven't even gotten to like the turtles as they exist now. Before we go on, let's go to the chat. It's popping right now.
They got a
Popping. So
lot to say.
yes.
Let's check it out.
Let me see. What's up? Brina's here. John. I'm off tomorrow, so I'm gonna show you some stuff. Getting on that. J- JVP. Y'all go follow him. He's gonna have some stuff coming on his channel. Let's see what we got here. Oh no, that was with the.
Yep, Faye's here, JVP, Buddha Bear, Mama Bear.
All right, hold on. Let me get my thing on. Chat right now.
Mama Bear says, "Funny you say that. Little Bear and I saw a few minutes of Thundercats go, and I immediately what did it say?
Say I immediately after I showed her the original Thundercats, she said the original was way better. Sorry, the thing kind of cuts off here, y'all. But
Yeah.
so okay, wait, hold on. That means that we have child confirmation that they do not want to see. You heard it here live on React and Draw,
Yes.
y'all. Children do not want to see this new stuff. All right, like
I
bring
feel like
us.
there's an opinion like they maybe there's like some child psychologist or something that they hire, or they say like, well, kids can't comprehend these complex looking art styles, so they need like a bean head or like a simple body
I don't know
or
who they talk.
ropey arms, and that's what their child brain can comprehend. But once they start looking like, I don't know,
A bean?
some dude with anatomy and like multiple points of articulation and doing like, I don't know, complicated stunts and martial arts and all this, then their brain can't handle it. Is that what they're trying to do? Like,
I guess so. Or well, there's that route. There's a route
mm-hmm.
maybe the conspiratorial route with like they're just trying to use modern art to make stuff look ugly on purpose. Um,
There is like a certain, because there's also the thing of, well, maybe the American animators, they don't have the capability to draw in as complicated as Japan does. Like they're
you,
drawing like My Hero Academia and all this, and Demon Slayer and Spy Family. They can't they cannot, they're not up to the challenge. So
Well,
if
I
they
would.
draw it like with a beam head formulation, it can achieve that and maybe keep the work local. Maybe this is like some kind of uh I don't know, keep the work in America scheme or something. I guess this is. I kind of thought as a kid, like when I found out that all of my cartoons were actually like outsourced to like Japan,
Mhm.
I didn't really get that upset. I just kind of thought the new generation would have been inspired to like learn just how to draw like that. So
Yeah,
it would just be like a better looking version of like the real Ghostbusters or something. But apparently that did not happen.
definitely didn't. Um, sorry, I was just looking up something. He says we don't recognize that show with Venus. Yeah, I never watched that one. And
I would love to, that's why I would like to talk to somebody who like I don't know, went to art school and they have like anime in their portfolio or something, and then they like show it to the teacher, and what do they say? Do they say, "Yeah, we got to do this," or they say, "Stop doing this, draw this Tumblr version of anime or something"? They do that. Like, what happens? Like, do they try to convert the style? Like, do they say, "Listen, don't do this"? Like, is someone trying to do like an traditional action based art style, and they say no, or they have to do a compromise? It's very interesting. The Ninja Turtles was my number one property growing up as a kid. The only non good comic TMNT property. You pull that up a little bit.
oh my bad. I'm
Yeah.
reading it from
Mhm.
here.
Oh, right. To be released in the last decade is Revenge of the Shredder game. Yeah, that was big because it
Was that the
reminded
last
them of
one that
Turtle.
came out?
Yeah,
Actually,
I
I
think
still haven't.
maybe not.
I still haven't bought
I
that.
know. Yeah, what was the last one? What was the last one called? Maybe. I know that the last game that they made was like really,
Yeah.
the beat 'em up.
Hmm.
That was big because it reminded them of like Turtles in Time. Brina says the game based on the 2000s version was fun.
I don't. I didn't play that one. I gotta. I, I gotta double check on that.
Yeah, she didn't like those designs, especially Raph.
Oh,
And
from I don't know what you're talking. When Raph turned into the Hulk. Face says never watched the Bay movie. I'm saying like I guess if you turn off your brain to watch it, like it's cool or whatever.
hmm,
But the designs, like I can't get past the designs. Like I can't.
yeah, because
Raph
they
is a
look weird. Like Raph has like lips. I mean, like Mikey has lips.
Mike had the lip like super hard. He had like ugh. Lest I bring up Mike. Hold on, I'm about to torture y'all right now. The Michael Bay turtles. Why they doing stuff like this?
Brina asked about, I guess, about Raph. He says why he roided out forever. Like,
I don't know. Now he's like eternally. I will say this. I don't mind the new idea of giving the turtles slightly different bodies, but like not to the extent where they look ridiculous. Like, yeah, I don't know. This joint, man. Ugh, here we go. What's up with Mike B? Look at my man, son. Look at my
yeah,
man.
we got human lips.
What is this? I didn't understand. Like, I didn't understand it. And Michelangelo's like my favorite currently. And like, I'm like, why did they do this to him, son? Yeah, I don't know what they were going for.
Look at Raphael. He looking like Godzilla or something. You see these guys in the sewer, you want to run. You don't want to be their friend.
Look, right here. My bitch said we were all kids once and we could handle good art and stories. Yo, yeah, there was never a time where we couldn't comprehend complication in art.
True. It says, what does Brina say?
Oh,
If the Discord chat worked live, I'd share my experience in art school with you guys. And maybe help you understand what they're teaching people.
Oh
Yeah, we'll
man.
have to set that up. We'll probably set up we'll have to do a test. Maybe we can do it with our other communication technology. We could try and like do a test and interview
Right.
a modern art student. You try it on Twitch as an experiment before we roll it out on YouTube.
Right. Hold on. Let me get these turtles off the screen. Man. Disturbing me.
Because it's interesting because you know I feel like they would shit on anime. Like she says right here, it says my high school teacher shit on anime. There is some kind. It's funny because like you would think because the arts are like from I guess the left,
Yeah.
they're like run by the left. I guess politically the left wing that they would be more embracing of art styles from around the world. I think that they are, except they just don't want you to get too attached to them. It's like they're trying. There's some kind of like they still want they're trying to create an American identity through the art style. They're still into that, like even though they wouldn't have that for anything else, like
Right.
politically in the country. But for the art style, somehow they're like very much like it's got to still have some kind of it's got to be different. But I guess they don't. I don't know the way, but the different direction that they're going into seems to be going veering away from like I don't know people looking like a humanoid
Well, they look.
into something else. Like, can you veer at least until like I don't know the what do you call that? Legend of Korra, like the Last Airbender, the
Right.
Invincible art style that they I guess like Invincible just came out of and came out a few a while ago
Mm-hmm.
from Powerhouse, and it's like, can you at least get into that? Now I guess it's happening somewhat, but it's got to be a rough road to get there.
I mean, we're only using like Ninja Turtles and Thundercats as an example, but I mean, a lot of these art styles, especially for these new cartoons, ain't really. Some of these new Disney 3D properties, just your favorite art style, with the eyes and the bulbous nose and
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it is that they think they're going for now. Of course, we're dancing around the issue. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but they released some on Twitter. They released some designs for everyone's favorite new character, April O'Neil. I don't know what they were going for. I, I really don't know I don't know what the whole art team was going for. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. Faye says, why do they have different head shapes? I can understand the different shades of green, but not that.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure why. I don't know what that was about.
It's very difficult to understand. It's like I guess it's what we got Donald Boykin in the chat. He says, easier designs or cheaper to animate. I mean,
Well, they are.
can you beat that? Like that's true.
And that's why it took 50 million to make whatever it is that's in the theater right now.
It actually cost 70 million, and it made 50 million after I
Oh,
guess
my bad. I got that
this
confused.
long weekend.
I'm not gonna
I don't know if
lie.
that's good or bad. I guess I don't know if it got traction. It opened at number 4, I think. So they're still watching Barbie. They're still watching Oppenheimer.
I didn't know that many people wanted to watch some, like, I don't know, some historical bomb blow up, but whatever.
I mean, either. I didn't know. Like, I mean, if you watch those Justin Awad videos, they didn't even know what the country's founded. They still have that video where the girl thought, the teenager thought it was the country was founded in 1995.
By the
I
way,
can't
y'all,
imagine that.
one day we're gonna have to watch some Justin Wild videos, and so we can react to it. I'm just waiting for
Yeah.
him to put out new content, but we used to do that over on Twitch. It's hilarious. It makes everybody cringe. So if y'all want a cringe fest,
One guy thought there was like 2 civil wars and we were going to enter the third one or something. And
yeah,
it's like I can't imagine this crowd running to see Oppenheimer. Okay,
yeah,
story about scientists developing the atomic bomb. It's like I don't see it, but apparently I guess this nation's Jeopardy contestants have rolled up in the theater
right.
to raise the IQ points of America.
There was that one girl that thought there was 9 moons. That the Earth had 9 moons.
Yeah.
9. There was wait. There was the person that said that she thought the country was founded in 1995, and then there was somebody else that said it was. They thought it was founded in like the 80s or something. Because I think
I mean, I feel like the country should have been founded in the 80s. I swear. We had the best stuff, the best movies, the best music. 80's were pretty lit.
They were. I don't know. He does have some shorts out, some new shorts though. Maybe by the end of the stream I'll pull one up. I don't know. Look, some Michelangelo's
The people in the chat are not a fan of the April O'Neil character design.
I mean,
they're expressing their displeasure.
Hold on, let's go to some of these.
It's funny because if you think about it, it seems like the turtles are taking like inspiration from kind of. Because I saw like they posted the character designs on Twitter, like the drawings and sketches. It kind of gives like I guess some kind of more stylized, modern version of like Ralph Bakshi artwork or something, like from like the 70s or something, or the 80s. Like it's like very strange. Like it's not supposed to look like this. Like what you drew this Michelangelo over here. It's like the intent is not that. The intent is like some kind of underground comic style.
Right. I mean, Velma O'Neil.
Velma.
You know what it is? She said John heard me rant on Velma O'Neil yesterday. Well, a lot of the people are saying too. It's funny because, I looked at it. I was like, obviously my eyes is like, no. But some people took it to the next level, rightfully so. Like a lot, black women, they were like, "Yo, so this is what the representation you wanted to, you did this for representation, and then you made us look like this." And I'm like, "Look, man, this is what Hollywood thinks, I mean, it's kind of funny because I guess like the artist, like he doesn't know how to do that any other way because that's his style,
right?
But then I guess it's like, yeah,
they told him to do this, and he did it.
Yeah, he did it. Like that's what they wanted. That's what they wanted. It's because they're doing this on purpose, man.
Yeah, there seems to be some kind of battle between, I don't know, grungifying the characters and moving away from, I guess. But some people, I don't know, will cape for it online. They like it. They think it's great. But I don't know. I feel like the amount of like anime that kids are watching right now, how can they go back to watch some gremlin be the representation of some adventure cartoon? Like,
yeah, you're right.
I would just keep watching more anime.
Rita said also April O'Neil is transracial in China, allegedly. Yeah, so I seen this alleged thing. It was reported by Yellow Flash today, where apparently one of the figurines of April that had the whole ninja, the new April is skin tone white. What? Now I don't know if that a matter of fact, hold on.
They lightened it up. Did some skin lightening. Like
I'm gonna go get the post for you right now. Hold on, it's on Twitter though, so give me a second.
Rubbing that cream on them like Sammy Sosa.
Let's go on the Twitter pages. Actually,
they let them do it. They were like, "We got to sell these toys, but we got to make some changes."
Boom.
Is that real, or did somebody just like?
I don't know. I don't know if it's real or not. I don't know if it's real.
I mean,
well, if you go to the guy, if you go to this guy's page, he has like more angles of it or something.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Tom Connors. He does the Midnight's Edge.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
he hates this cartoon, by the way. I saw the review, and like the other two were like, I thought it was fun for the kids. I don't know if it's my favorite. Some guy says, well, maybe you can get some yucks out of it, but it's not my turtles. He just went off. He was just like, what the hell are you two talking about? This is complete garbage.
I saw that in the chat. I was like, damn, bro.
And he started cursing. He was just like, what the fuck? He said it was the worst. He said it was like I don't know. He said it was like it's like what I don't know, parents thought turtles were, like Nickelodeon like cliche, like boogers and snot and grossness, and it made him like, to watch it gave him like stomach aches. It was bad. And
So what people trying to figure out is, was this? We have no confirmation on this. Was this like meant for like China or something, or maybe it could be a miscolor? I don't know. I have no
yeah,
idea.
maybe somebody's really good at the Photoshop. I don't know. I mean, you give me a whole day with that, I can make something look like something else real quick, if I'm very careful. And,
Yeah,
and I spend like all my days trying to do this. I could be wrong though.
yeah. I don't know. Oh, that's two different angles too. I
Faye
don't
says
know.
she would like you to draw Raphael. He's her favorite.
Oh. I have I am gonna like update my turtle art. Matter of fact, I do have an over. Let me see if I can find it.
Raphael.
Yeah, I had a couple of
And Brina says, oh,
Oh, sorry. That's my stupid thing. All right.
yeah, it says, Brina says it's real. That photo, I guess, of the toys is real. It's different angles.
Hmm.
Interesting. Faye says, Tom from Midnight's Edge shared the photo, but I wouldn't put it past them for China. Tom loves the turtles. Yeah, he loves the turtles. He loves He-Man too.
Hmm. Oh, so
And
he
I
must have
guess
been
they
super
went.
upset
Yeah,
about
he's having a bad few years because they went to work on both those properties. It's
right.
funny because He-Man had no problem, like in terms of the art style. If you are into like the '80s stuff, in fact, that was like the proper, I guess, upscale HD, reimagining of the original art style, except in story content,
Mm-hmm.
no good, right? Because they killed He-Man in the first episode.
Yeah.
You were stuck with like I don't know Tila with her new redesign later, and they just did enough for the trailer, enough to get the old fans to click on it. And once they did, like the Netflix suits got you because they could then take those numbers and like say it was a hit.
Right.
So it was a little more covert than Thundercats Roar or something like that. The Woke Breaker says Tila is awesome. Art Mama Bear says, and can you find the China trailer? Is she lighting for them? I don't know. That's a good question. I
I mean,
wouldn't
I'd
even
have to
know where to
check.
find that. Oh, Woke Breaker said, just messing. That series was bad. I didn't know Woke Breaker. I thought like maybe I don't know, give it a chance, but it was pretty bad. It made me mad actually, like because I think that was like during like lockdown or pandemic, or at least it was like at a time when like that cartoon really should have popped and given us like a harken back to the childhood.
Right.
It's- we didn't need like it to be like kidified or anything. He could have still made it more, grown for like because kids can handle like bigger story arcs and like a little more, developed drama than the '80s cartoon.
Right.
But apparently he went another way. He had other thoughts. But I guess it was on brand for Kevin Smith because his that's a theme of all his movies. Is that
Yeah.
men are kind of silly and they mean well, but they need guidance. And then the women in all his movies are like brilliant and they know what's going on. Like they're chasing Amy. Ben Affleck is just some big goof who don't know about like women or alternative lifestyles, and Amy has to teach his goofy ass about like the world and life. Similar from Mallrats, there were two like dorks that needed to like I don't know man up for their woman, and Same thing. Dogma, spoiler, Alanis Morissette was God. Like, what I'm saying? Just saying.
Oh, I found an old one here. Just trying to like.
So when you give Kevin Smith He-Man, I'm not saying he can't do any of that stuff. I'm just saying, well, when you give him He-Man, I mean, what else do you think he's gonna do? Like, he can't handle his character. Like, maybe Batman. He likes Batman,
When you let him on
but he was
Batman.
always more of a comic book guy. Of course, I don't know how he's gonna handle Batman, but
Yeah, I don't know, man.
but He-Man, he never liked it. He never liked it. He said in these interviews that he was a fan. He used to watch it as a kid, but later it came out that he said, "Oh, I used to watch it, but because my younger cousins used to put it on."
Right.
And even in his head, because he was older, he was like, "Yo, this cartoon is for like babies, but I like barbarian stuff, so I wish I could like make it better or something." And I guess this was his version of mature He-Man, I guess, or He-Man was killed or whatnot. Yeah, and he returns like way later when you have to suffer through all these other episodes. I didn't really understand it, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, Brina says I have no strong feelings for He-Man whatsoever, but the evil witch having beefcake arms took me all the way out. Yeah, that was kind of strange. I would say.
Yeah.
Pretty yoked.
She was on her.
Faye says the 2002 He-Man animated show was good. Yeah, that's the thing, and this is the
I didn't even realize
that's
there
an
was
interesting
one.
point because they had the 2002 He-Man, and they had the 20 I'm gonna say 11 Thundercats cartoon, 2010 2011 Thundercats cartoon, and they both lasted for about a year. They're both well received by the fans, but they both got canceled early. So maybe they're using that as like an excuse to say, let's not go back to that. Let's like do this graffiti looking modern audience style,
Right.
because they
Oh,
saw that and was like, oh, they're fan favorites, but they didn't make the money, so bye bye.
I found them, by the way. I was looking for these.
Oh yes, this is Sean's art for the Turtles. He's got Leonardo. This is
Yeah,
looking
this
legit.
this is old. Old as dirt, but
Still, it's something.
foot soldiers back there had no hope.
See, Nickelodeon, I don't know. Like they are very. I guess they're a kids property or whatever. I don't know about this puking and making out with roaches or whatever they're having Splinter do in the movie is like for children. It's like scaring me as an adult.
Right.
You know, but they could at least have like different turtle brands. Like they could do a cartoon like this for the older people and see how it does like on video. Like how the DC animated heroes will have like some that are more hardcore than the others.
Yeah.
They should give it a shot. So you got Raphael signing up some Foot Clan guy in sketch
Yep.
form, looking badass. That's pretty legit.
Yeah, and traditional pencil. Yeah, this old as dirt. Old. I might want to revamp these exact pictures. Like one day, I'll just like go over them or something. But yeah, that's there you go, Faye. That's Faye and I believe John JVP. There's the Raphael.
Face says Thundercats was good too, but they canceled it before we could see where it was going. So face it. Mama Bear says she enjoyed Thundercats. She wished they didn't make Panthro so old. It was enjoyable though.
They made
Yeah, there were some issues with it, but like compared to Thundercats Roar and all this stuff,
Thundercats Roar. Do y'all remember Thundercats Roar?
it's like a silly cartoon where Lionel's a buffoon, and maybe that's the sensibilities of Hollywood nowadays. Yeah. Mama Bear says, I guess about your drawing says it may be old, but it's better than what we're getting today.
Yeah, could you imagine like right like could you imagine like this will never happen, but can you imagine like people like submitted for like turtles, and they get a whole bunch of artists, right? And then they have me on like, all right, Sean, so this is what we want you to design, and I just like design this, and they like just like fire me, bro.
Yeah, it's be like, nope. Bye bye.
Like, oh, this is
Even if
not
they did
what
a Ninja Turtles card comic like that, they'd be like, I don't know, maybe we'll see.
we straight up like we were talking over with the team, and we think you gotta go. Like, they asked me to draw April. I'm not. That's not the April I'm coming out with. You know,
True, true.
that wouldn't even be my thought. I guess it would tell me. What are they gonna tell me? What are the directions? Listen, we want like a frumpy, homeless looking, black teen. I'm like, huh? But why? And he's asking questions. Fire him.
Yeah, fire him. It's like you could be the greatest artist in the world. You can be Powerhouse Studios, like Brina mentioned in the chat. Did
Mm-hmm.
He-Man. But at the end of the day, you're at mercy of the writer. Like if they tell you to draw something, you just have to draw it, Like,
Yeah, you're right.
They will just beat you down until you draw that like weird looking misshapen teenager, or else you go get fired.
Right. And for what? I don't. I mean, it's
That's why
funny
it's
that.
like if you ever had an animation studio, instead
Yeah.
of being for hire, you should try and make your own damn cartoon and throw it on YouTube and just make a YouTube cartoon. If you have, especially if you're trying to do an action cartoon as
Oh
an
yeah.
American, like those guys who did the Dragon Ball Super fan film, those guys should start making their own film, like some
Oh,
character.
Dragon Ball Legends or
Right,
Legend of Dragon. I forgot what
exactly.
it's called. Yeah.
Exactly. And maybe they are, that was just a stepping stone to get attention for the YouTube channel stuff.
Right.
Because I don't know, there's a lot of hoops you got to jump through when it comes
Dealing
to
with
America.
Hollywood. Yeah. Look, man. I guess. Long story short, like for real, they're just doing this on purpose, right? They're making it unappealing on purpose. And then when you
Well,
complain, sorry, go ahead.
yeah. No, I'm saying I agree. There's been I've seen that hypothesis on the internet. Like it's like something has to do with like
Uh,
their anti-beauty
right.
standards or something.
And
And
they're doing it in games.
yes, exactly.
I would also have to say though, along with that, without conspiracy, is that they're getting these artists and they're training these artists like this, and they've been doing it for so long that if you told them to do this,
Hmm.
I don't think they would know how. Like, first of all, drawing is very hard. Drawing is very difficult. So when you're set in like one style, to change up is probably one of the most difficult things of all time. Even if you want to change up, you still gotta go through the hurdles of like your own your old style still being in there. I know this from experience. So it's not like they could do it tomorrow anyway.
And I do find like if you go through some formal art training
Hmm.
in some school or some animator studio, I find the professors. I've been told this. Like I don't know.
Hmm.
I guess Brina confirms in the chat that the instructors kind of beat this out of you.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to draw in some like I guess comic book style, like this, a Joe Madian kind of udon type style, and they'll be like, yes, this looks nice, but this is not going to be what Disney or Nickelodeon's looking for in their portfolio. So we need to get you out of this.
Right.
We need to break you out of this juvenile sensibilities and get you into, I don't know, defying beauty standards sensibilities for the modern audience or something. Because that's what they want. I don't know. That's also been a theory. We shall see. Because like, how do you get to Velma? Like, how does the generation raise off of anime and Dragon Ball episodes and all this
Hmm.
wind up with Velma and like weird Harley Quinn cartoons? And
I don't know, bro.
how does this happen? Like, so something's got to go through the ringer. Like something has to go through the process. It's like a conveyor belt, like in a cartoon. Like, how does this like hunk of metal get turned into a car engine? You know, goes through conveyor belt and gets smashed into like different things and reshaped and modeled, and then poop at the end of it plops out an engine. So
Right.
something happens, like some guy who's raised off of like, I don't know, watching some anime cartoons. He's watching the Death Note. He's watching like
Which, by the way, I started watching today.
wow, late.
Yeah, super late. I'm up to like episode 6. It's insane.
It's great. It's great. That's one of the best. That's probably the best written Japanese
Yo,
cartoon ever.
sorry to segue, but the way they write that show is so insane that I'm like, how do you conceive like the actions and the counter reactions? I don't know. The show's insane. But yeah, I'm late.
Yeah, you get a kid who's like raised off of the Toonami block. They're raised off of like seeing some Gundam Wing. They're raised off of the Cowboy Bebop. They're raised off,
Right.
and then they like, I want to draw, and then they start drawing, and then they start going to school, and then somehow, jump cut, boop, boop, later, moments later, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not suddenly drawing Velma. Like, how does that work, bro? Like, you were, and they pay you for it. Like, how does that work? And they try to convince like America that you like it, like you want to see it. It's like, bro, how did that happen?
Had they
We
still come?
we were out there drawing. We were watching Justice League Unlimited together, bro. How'd you turn it? How'd you turn it? How'd you turn it into some Velma stand? What are you doing? It's like you got brainwashed. Like, oh, it's like body snatcher shit.
This is the way to draw.
Yeah, this is it. My art teacher, Mr. Michael, said this is the way.
Like, Mr. Michaels is wrong.
Yeah, Mr. Michael is a bitch.
Why you want to listen to this guy?
Yeah. Mama Beth says they make it unappealing, so YouTubers and other people online will rant, giving free press. Velma pissed off people into a second season. I've heard of this. This is I'm not sure. Did Velma have an official second season, or they just made so many episodes, just held off, and now they're declaring they so popular they have a new season, but it was just stuff they had in the can already.
That could also be a possibility.
But still, I guess they still like airing it, and they're claiming they're a success, so they got hate watch. I guess if they didn't have any hate watching, they'd have like less viewers, and they probably wouldn't get the second season.
Right.
So they're gonna make a bad cartoon on purpose so that Nerdrotic and Heel versus Babyface can get a Bugatti or something and be rich and put their kids through college and buy a big gold house for themselves so they can get some free press for their bad cartoon so they can get one more season. I guess I don't know. It's possible. I've seen worse. Maybe that's the only thing they know how. That's the only marketing plan they have.
Rage is
their rage. Probably. I mean, look, I don't really know. They're not going to learn how to do like drawing like this. They're not going to draw a turtle like this.
No.
They're not going to draw Velma like, something else. So the only alternative is to keep drawing like how they want to draw and piss off YouTubers, I guess. Kind of weird strategy, but anything's possible.
I don't know how much that's gonna work in the long run though. Like, huh? I mean, I guess it worked for this season.
Well, I am here. What's up? He says it's just different thinking from Japanese writers and American writers. Well, it's definitely a different sensibility for sure between the two countries.
Understatement.
That's why I and Sean and millions of other, I don't know, weeb Americans or something. Follow the Japanese tract because it used to be the American tract of like adventure and pulp style adventure, happy.
And we're still in the 80s.
Characters, yeah, they never left the 80s. They're probably singing like, I don't know, old 80s songs and karaoke in Japan, so I kind of roll with them, really.
Yeah.
They just kept improving the 80s. Like they like the first couple seasons of Transformers, and they just continued to improve that or something, like, in terms of their art style. They was like, all right, let's keep. America's just trying to like, I don't know, be weirder, crazier, annoying, provocative. Yeah. Yeah, William says they announced the second season after the first ended. They already had the episodes made. That's what Faye says. Velma,
Oh, there you
possible.
go.
You know,
That
sometime.
that to be honest, that makes more sense to me. That makes more sense to me. And when is this thing supposed to allegedly come out?
Mm-hmm. I, I hope never due to the writer's strike. I hope.
Oh right, I forgot the writer strike is here to save us.
William says this conspiracy theory is wild. You know, there's a lot of conspiracy theories. It's almost a very calming conspiracy theory because at least it means that there's actually some kind of foresight to it instead of, because then if they could have foresight for that, maybe they could change. But
Maybe.
I don't think they will. Yeah, Brina says they had the episodes already. They just cut it up into 2 seasons to make you think they were successful. That's true, but they're still gonna release it though. I guess. Like, I guess it's like.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, that means after this season, it's over. It's over
Hopefully,
then.
we don't know. We don't know. Brina says, "Oh wait." Mama Bear says, "Why not? Rage Bait got Velma numbers for the premiere." Rage Bait is real. I guess Rage Bait. Rage Bait is not confirmed, but it is kind of a theory though,
Yeah.
because it's a way to get you trending on Twitter. They have fans who like this stuff or say that they do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like for all the stuff that we complain about, like on our YouTube channel,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of people who say they love the Mutant Mayhem style. I don't know if there are people who say they like the Thundercats roar.
No, I don't know. I ain't seen nobody who said that.
But there's a lot of people who were caping for the April O'Neil sketches.
They were.
And there were a lot that weren't, but there was a lot that were. There were a lot of people who, I don't know. I don't know if that translates into ratings, sales, ticket sales. I don't know if that happens, but I guess the attention
Mm-hmm.
economy is real. Like if you get attention for something,
Yeah.
you could then take that data and give it to some kind of marketing head, and they'll say you're on the right track. Good job. Even though like it doesn't guarantee like a sale or money or anything like that,
Right.
it can at least sustain your position until the film is actually released or the project is released.
Right.
So I guess like rage baiting can keep you a job. And then like if it fails, they could just say, well, it was those like trolls on the internet, those evil, MAGA trolls on the internet that, and then they'd be like, oh, you were trolled? Oh, I'm sorry. Now we have to protect you or else we're
Right.
endorsing the trolling of our employees or something.
Hold on.
So it maybe just keeps them employed after the failure too. I don't know. These are all the conspiracies that they talk about on the internet, but who knows?
Brina has proposed something.
Sean, I have an idea. Do you think I can draw another turtle on this piece you are working on, like an art collab? Yeah, Sean joke. We call it the art jam.
You know what? Yes.
Yeah. So
I mean, because
cool.
the poorly done shredder in the back does not have to be there. Like I kind of just did it to
fill up the spaces.
Yeah, fill up space. But I could make the canvas bigger. And
the canvas is kind of big right now. If you get rid of the shredder.
I mean, hold on. Let's see.
Unless you want to put them in.
No. He don't have to be there. Boom.
So you could draw something behind.
I don't even know what size is this canvas. Settings. Right now it's 17 by 16. I could also make them smaller too. But yeah,
also, I could. Kamala is here. What's up?
Hey, what's up? We can I can like finish the inks or whatever of Michelangelo, and then I can send it straight to you. And plus, like Brina, you and my style like complement each other, so that'd be pretty cool. So yeah.
Faye says, I don't think Warner has enough money to splurge on animation or much on anything. Yeah, they're going, Hollywood's going through a real restructuring right now. They're kind of jettisoning projects. I remember they announced a bunch of projects for like Netflix and Warner Brothers. This is before the strike, and they just said, we're not making these. And it was like a list, and a lot of it was animation.
Right.
think Clownfish TV talked about that too. Faye says, "Oh, there's something else." Yeah, Red Out Productions is here. What's up? He
What
says,
up? What up?
"Are we talking about the Tumblr remakes of classic cartoons tonight?" Well, that was
Yes.
the idea. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, we
You
are.
know, and it's good he brought up the website Tumblr
Hmm.
because apparently Tumblr has to go down in history as like the most influential site for artists in modern history
Yeah.
because it has certainly made an impact on art. I don't know if it's for the best, but they have, and they certainly have a direction. They
Right.
certainly have a style, and I'm not sure. They're like, I don't know. I'm trying to think about what it is. It's like, I guess that the beanhead ropey arm style, squat figure style is like their version of like Mario Brothers art or something. Like, I don't know, or maybe like Scott Pilgrim was an influence and then they like kind of took that and made it into something else, web comic style. Then that became the Tumblr style as we know it.
I got you. Yeah.
Right, here you go. Sean's doing it right now. Right, right. It's like that piano T thing.
I can't even do it
Oh,
properly, but
eyebrows. There you go. Right, right, right. There you go. Now you ready for the Tumblr account?
this is probably messing up my time lapse. Actually.
I think if you like press like back on it, then it won't record that.
Oh yeah, yeah. There we go. Get this up out
It'll
of here.
just start from the wherever you last left off.
All right, there we go.
I had like a conspiracy theory that it's like a nationalistic pride. Like they invented that, and that is uniquely American. It is unique. They invented something new, and then
Yeah.
if it's new, they can claim it's American. If they start like, I don't know, taking influence from like, I don't know, Japanese art styles or like Korean manhwa or something, or then they're not American or something. It's like their version. It's like, I don't know, their version of keeping it American. I don't even know what that means. I don't even think that's real, but
Maybe.
or they have to take the anime but twist it to make it unique to their own. But is which is fine. That's cool. But like, I don't know if it's something that you want to see because
No,
it could be
not
unique,
particularly.
or it could be like a unique piece of trash. I don't know. Like, and I get fit. But if they had to choose, they would choose unique, unique trash. I guess. I don't know. And it depends what artist it is.
Well, in the comments, come on, I gotta see this one here. There you go.
Cal Arts communist style is it? I don't.
I mean, who draws these styles mostly?
This style or whatever you're drawing is like, I guess, way more harder to animate than like for an American. Japanese guy, they'd be like, "Yep, that's legit. Let's do that." Which is weird. It's like, what happened to this country, bro? We didn't want to
Well,
try
I'm just
anymore.
talking about the leanings of the people who draw.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, we've seen on the Twitter sphere that have
Right.
many flags in the bio.
Yes.
Faye says she hates it. I think she
Oh,
was referring to
so
your
what? Yeah, when I was remixing, yeah.
correct. Not a fan. I like that term. I'm going to use it. Hate the actual art it creates, though. It's what we're living with now. I mean, we've lost a lot of we lost a generation to this.
How did we get here? How did we really get here?
Not sure. Not sure.
Listen, I know the artist was trying to he's trying to get a job. I just you know saw the designs of April having a thick neck for no reason, and I'm like, I, Yeah, I don't even know what I could say more than that. It's just,
Yeah, I know. We're trying to maintain our YouTube channel for a little while. So Mala says Tumblr gave artists a platform to remain mediocre. Other sites, usually encouraged to get better, but Tumblr was about being angry at them. That's interesting.
hmm,
See, I never did the Tumblr thing. I'm a little older, so I didn't really like fall into that scenario.
right.
I didn't post on Tumblr. I don't have a Tumblr account, and I think I started one, and then like I just never did anything with it, so it's probably doesn't exist anymore.
Ah,
But I guess if you really wanted to get into animation or comic books, that's the place that they would put you in.
the place to be.
It's the place to be. It certainly has influenced American comics, that's for sure. That style is becoming more and more the norm at Marvel Comics and DC
Oh yeah.
and comics in general, really. If you want to draw like this, you actually have to, like, I don't know, eject your brain from, you got to unplug from that matrix.
I just I don't know. I don't particularly think those styles like translate to action, but
Right. See, people wonder like what happened to comics. How come you don't have the Jim Lees and your Joe Mads and your Sylvestris and all this? What and J. Scott Campbells and
hmm,
your X Men cartoons and your whatever. It's like it's because all that was happening at the same time, and like steel sharpened steel.
yeah,
All that was happening, and all the cool video games, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat was happening at the same time, and in the movies they were having like Die Hard with a Vengeance and The Rock and
hmm,
all those movies, and wrestling was happening. You had WCW versus the WWE
right,
late night wars. So like everything was very competitive. Everything was like everybody competing with each other to, like, I don't know, entertain and be the next. And the stakes were higher because they would cancel you, not cancel you like cancel culture, but like cancel you like if your shit wasn't working, then they would just like cancel your comic, cancel your movie, cancel your TV show, whatever it is.
right.
And everybody was trying to, like, I don't know, outdo each other, and the art styles improved, and the goal was like trying to be more badass than the other guy and be flashier than the other guy. But can you recreate that kind of art style when that, I guess, culture doesn't exist anymore? That's a challenge.
Yeah, I don't mean you would purposely have to be. Talk to you. You'd have to think old. Like I'm like we be thinking old.
Yeah, you'd have to like go into Amazon and start buying the old books or different books that are made from other countries and import them to your house. You'd have to go on the internet and go on weird websites and weird blog spots to download JPEGs.
Yeah,
You know, it didn't like back in the day. If you wanted, like, to draw like Joe Man, maybe there was like three other clones like him, and you could try to cobble it together. Now it's like you do more research, or if you want, or just buy manga and just get into that world and call it a day. There's enough manga now that you can cobble together something in any style you want.
yeah.
So to do action or whatever, some companies just gave up on doing action, like in terms of comics. Like I think like a lot of Image comics, they just go into like, I don't know, noir drama and like socio-political adventures or something. Somebody try to get a bank loan, or I don't know what these comics are about nowadays.
People just gave up on action, but I guess they taking these new styles to try to do action with it, and I'm like, it's like
Yeah,
when we saw that other TMNT thing. I think we did a video on it right a while back when the channel first started, like about a year ago or whatever. And I'm like, yo, this action is fire, but this style is not hitting me right now.
there's no aggression in the art,
No,
even when it's done more of a more pleasing to the eye art style. There's no aggression to it either. So it's a different time. It's a different time. Everyone's looking for a hero, but it was easy to get heroes when everyone else was a hero at the same time.
right. Hold on. I'm thinking of keeping him eyeballless.
Yeah, that
Oh,
looks cool.
I'm trying to. Let me see what it looks like with eyeballs. I probably wouldn't do it.
Alpha Proto says the millennial artists from Tumblr act like children, but they hate children. Interesting. Maybe if they had children, they would have to stop being children themselves,
Right.
so they can never have a child to like. I mean, I don't have kids either, but I still have my inner child. I don't know what their child has turned into. Their inner child in their heart, it's become like some malshapen. Maybe he's a bad kid or something. I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm not really sure. Redoubt Production says WWF was great up until there was no WCW, and then
Yeah.
they went on vanilla because they had no drive to be better. Yeah, and that's like the perfect metaphor for like everything else. You know, like there was no competition. Once like the competition is over, then like there's no one to compare you to, so you can just do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
There's a period of hip hop when it was bad after Biggie and Tupac died, and it was just like, and Death Row was having financial problems, and Dr. Dre was taking years to make an album. He made some Eminem stuff, but that was it. And then Snoop Dogg was having some label changes, and then you just had like Master P was like the most prolific dude of like the early 2000s, and you're just stuck with him saying "oh" all day.
You
Oh,
come say, no, 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 yeah.
took a few years to recover from that. There was no one wanted to make action movies anymore after like I don't know the Matrix, and then they tried to make wire fu movies, and that didn't work out. And then after that, it was just kind of like a doldrums of action until like maybe Kick Ass or Kingsman came out. So it's
Yeah.
just like these dull periods of like ebbs and flows. But Alpha Proto's right. When there's no competition, that's when things dip. WWE was like doing the Attitude Era and all that, but then once WCW folded up, it was just like, all right, let's go back to being for little kids again, and no storylines, just wrestling. Mama Bear says, I don't think they hate having kids, just can't. You have people that want to have kids.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I guess to be fair, this country really doesn't really support the arts like they should. In not to be some whiny internet guy about it, but they got us fending out for ourselves, like mostly.
Yeah.
In Japan, it's just like, this is like an apprentice system, and like, you're gonna be drawing something cool. Yeah, if you're a dude trying to make some art and stuff, it's like, what's the track, You gotta work at Pizza Hut or someplace, and then like I don't know, cobble together some portfolio in order for them to like sandwich you into drawing like Thundercats Roar art style or something. Eventually, it's kind of depressing.
That's horrendous, actually. Hold on,
Then you're gonna be like, okay, now based off of that mojo, I gotta go find a wife or something. It's like, good luck. Let's see. Vessel of Amala says most comics nowadays are all about explaining the problem away. A lot of activist artists believe they can remove human nature by re-education and votes. Well, some of that stuff is seeped into the storylines for sure. Like the X-Men books are about like having some kind of country and like voting, and it's like CNN,
That's annoying.
but in terms of like a comic, or like Model UN, the comic,
Yeah.
because that's what they're into. And but like I feel like there's a disconnect on the demo of like, I think they're getting away from that storyline though.
Are they
I think they're
finally?
like, yeah, I guess they're like, well, maybe need to have something with some pep in its step. So I haven't been following that much though. Will AM knows about the Master P. Remember Master P was in the WCW
Wait, what?
for a minute? Yeah, Master P and the No Limit Soldiers was like actually.
Why do I not know about?
I think I remember this. And then they were like trying to face off against Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig.
Wow.
And then he had his own faction called Rap is Crap, and he had like a country faction. He would sing song Rap is Crap, and the audience actually liked it better. than like whatever like Master P was doing.
I mean, it's Master
Even
P.
though his thing was like a joke,
Right.
they were actually feeling it. So like I don't know, it kind of had a weird situation. And I think like Booker T joined the No Limit Soldiers and he made up some new character called GI Bro. I could be mistaken about this.
Hold on.
I'm running off of like old memories right now
Hold on,
about
hold on.
that.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna go look it up right now.
All right, Sean's gonna just internet research right now. You can look up WCW GI Bro, and that could have been just been a meme that I saw, but you know, I'm hoping that it's real because it's hilarious.
Hold on.
Alpha Proto says Biggie and Tupac dying was the Chris Benoit WWE moment of rap. Well, it certainly had a hole in the industry for sure, and other people tried to fill it, but it was like it's not easy, man. It's not easy. It's like I guess equivalent of Rock, Kurt Cobain dying, and then everyone's trying to be the captain. Is it going to be Eddie Vedder? Is it going to be Billy Corgan? Is it going to be Trent Reznor? Who's going to be the guy to be the quarterback of the alternative rock music industry? And they all tried it, and I don't know. It's hard to keep it going.
You ready?
Okay, I'm ready. Yep. Booker T becomes a POW. Cena. Yes, GI Bro.
No.
A real wrestler. Was I wrong?
They got a whole article, bro.
He's got the GI Bro lore.
Yo, hold on. Why do I not know about this? GI Bro.
That Bret Hart in the video, man. Time to change it, bro.
Yo, they need to bring GI Bro back, bro. They need to bring GI Bro back. No, that's not blackface. He's got like army paint on his face.
Right, he's camouflage paint, camo paint. He's doing a mission right now.
I don't think a black dude can blackface right now. Oh, I guess they can.
He's on the mission in the ring.
Yo, it's time to do some GI Bro fan art, bro. GI Bro. Here, that's him with Mean Gene and them.
I miss Mean Gene.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's hilarious.
Okay, that was fun.
GI Bro, real American hero. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Vessel Ramala says. Also, Chance the Rapper was right. Rap became disco just like the 70s. That's true. That's what happened. Exactly. About the club and partying. Yeah, Mama Bear says women don't want sexy characters. Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, that's what they say, you know, but they never consult the people. They're not consulting any fans of anything. I don't know. Like, I want to see a on the street interview with like a comic book fan, men and women. I want to see them go to a regular person in the mall and show them pictures of like, what do you think's better, this or this?
Women don't
What's
want
better, this or that?
This is what women want right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. A real man, yeah, bro.
All right, let me stop.
Nitro, WCW Nitro. I stuck with Nitro all the way up until the end. Well, I tried. Well, mostly. I was like, well, maybe one day it'll improve. You just watch it both, just cause.
Right.
It went to some really strange period during the end. I tell you.
Oh my goodness. Y'all learned everything on this React and Draw showing you. Y'all learned about GI Bro. At least I did. No. Through Dan's vast knowledge of wrestling. Like,
that's right. Through entertainment stupidity. You know, I lived in the hood, so it was like, you know, it's either go outside and join some gang with rabble rousers or like stay at home and just watch endless amounts of TV. So I chose option 2.
Right.
And there you go, you know. Now I know about GI Bro. The Toonami lineup. I know about
I didn't even
80's
know.
cartoons.
I didn't even know Booker T had any other aliases. To be honest.
Oh yeah, there were
Sheesh.
many strange aliases back in the day. Many strange wrestlers back in the day.
They had
Last
wrestlers
time we
back in
learned
the
about the
day.
wrestler Glacier. Remember, you didn't know about Glacier,
Oh, I
the
definitely didn't know about Glacier, bro.
the Sub Zero ripoff. This is like old, routine wrestling history. I know a little bit about a lot of things. Wrestling heads remember Glacier. They also remember RoboCop. It was like they were doing a promotion for RoboCop 2, and like he appeared in the ring or something, or like
Wait, what? Hold on, now I gotta go find that. What are you talking about? Hold on, what they had RoboCop in the ring?
yeah, RoboCop and Sting were walking out, the ramp to go to the ring and whatnot.
Hold
It's,
on.
these are the dark days of wrestling. These are bad gimmicks that didn't pop off. I remember Chucky made an appearance in WCW during around Halloween time. They were
I
promoting
didn't know
one of those
about that
Chucky
either.
movies.
Hold on, RoboCop.
They were trying all kind of weird gimmicks, like this is stuff that you can't kayfabe for. It's too bizarre for the wrestling
Nah, hold
people to
on,
take seriously. The wrestling fan.
bro.
Oh yeah, it's like RoboCop and Sting gonna take care of business together. This is not even believable. This is like it would have to. This would in order for this to be believable, it would have to be that RoboCop was one a real guy. Two, he's from the future, so he like took a time machine to the past. And upon taking a time machine to the past, he's now spending his time hanging out with wrestlers
Right.
instead of trying to get back to his time or being examined by like the government or something.
They just
It
got
doesn't
some.
make any sense.
They just got any old dude and put him in a RoboCop suit, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's ain't Peter Weller,
I know. I
getting
know
that
it
suit.
can't be. Like, what was
Just
the other
some
joint you
rando.
said? It was Chucky.
Yeah, Chucky made an appearance in WCW. WCW was getting weird. They were getting like rock stars like Kiss to be there. It's just like this is getting too stupid. This is like Bischoff's ideas, He was just trying anything to get some
Bro,
ratings
what is going
for the
on,
week.
son? Son, is that Big Pop? Oh.
Yeah, Big Papa Pump and Chucky.
You know what? This is more. This is more exciting than them
Yeah,
Cal styles. I'll tell you that right now.
true. At
If
least they
I
were
if I
trying.
had the choice between watching the Ninja Turtles movie or watching this episode right here where Chucky appears with Big Papa Pump,
Yeah, this kind of relates to the whole art style thing we're talking about. See, they thought like I don't know, kids would like accept anything because they think that our pea brain minds would just accept like that Chucky is in the same universe as Big Papa Pump and the supernatural exists. The supernatural, I guess, does exist somewhat in wrestling. Like you had the Undertaker and Paul Bearer and stuff, but like I don't know, this is stretching into like film and movies and this is it's getting too weird. Meanwhile, like I don't know, modern
son, is this my man's in
art
the room?
styles they have an
Did they
opinion on
have
what
somebody
children
put
will
on a
accept too.
suit? Like a little. Wait, what? Did they use a little person or something? What's going on?
Possibly. I
Oh
mean, how else were
my!
they going to get the effect? He's a puppet, so they can do the puppet for the promos and have
Oh,
Brad
this
Dourif do the voice.
is this it? Yo, this joint looks terrible, bro. Oh man, this is good. This is good.
Oh yeah,
Good stuff. Man, wrestling was wild back in the day, boy.
yeah. Mama Bear says Kane was originally Dr. Hank Yankum. No, it's Dr. Isaac Yankum DDS. He was a dentist or something. That was the original Kane. Yeah, that was his first gimmick, and then he was Kane.
Right.
True. Vessel of Amala says Doink the Clown had to be one of the strangest wrestlers. He was.
Oh, they had that on there too. Where you at? I just seen them.
He was pretty good in the video game. They had WrestleMania for
Oh no, wait, that's just a video game.
Was it WrestleMania or Royal Rumble? I couldn't tell. I think it was WrestleMania for the PS1. He was pretty good in that. It was like some wrestling game. It was like got the I don't know. It was the engine of like they were doing that full motion capture thing. Like NBA Jam or something.
Yeah.
So they had a wrestling game like that. It was pretty cool. You could play as Bret the Hitman Hart. Willem says he's a wrestling encyclopedia. I wish. I know a little something, up to certain years. I don't know what's going on in wrestling right now, by the way. I tried watching it, and it was like, these guys are too normal for me.
Yeah,
I'm
they
used to
got
like
Roman Reigns.
Right. Maybe
And
he's like
like,
the guy who's like the guy with the personality. But I saw a bunch of like I used to watch like some of NXT sometimes during the pandemic, and like I couldn't really. I was like, these guys are too normal.
they got no
I need like
characters.
yeah, they're like and they just have like their regular. They're wrestling out there with their regular name. My name is like Steven Jones, and I'm like, who the fuck is that? I'm used to like Big Papa Pump, like roided up crazy people who were like certifiable, like they were roided up and nuts.
You hear him
And
freaking.
cursing and boozing it up in the ring, and like Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner, he would like have like women in there and call them his freaks and just wild shit. Like that was like, you
You
shouldn't
remember
be seeing
it
that
was so wild. They used to have the women and the men fighting together.
sometimes. But I think they probably have that now, but like it's probably like
I haven't
not
seen
as
it now. Like
facialistic as before.
you
I
used to
still remember when like they had like I don't know, Miss Elizabeth was trying to set up a Goldberg on some fake sexual harassment charges. Like,
have,
and that like delayed him from having the match. That was like the NWO's scheme to
right.
not make him miss the match by having Miss Elizabeth have some trumped up Me Too charges on Goldberg, and then Goldberg was talking to the cops and saying, "Yo, Steve, you know me, Steve. You know, like he knows the cops. He's like a hero to the people or something in every state he wrestles in." And the cops like, "I know Goldberg, but we have to like do the investigation or something." And then they interrogated her. They interrogated Miss Elizabeth, and they caught her on like, "Yo, you said it happened at 7 o'clock, but before you said it was 12 o'clock." And she was like, "Oh, my bad." And then it was like, "You're lying." And then they let Goldberg wrestle and stuff. It was, very advanced stuff for like younger audiences back in the day. This is before the Kevin Samuels
Yeah.
stuff on YouTube. They were. Vessel of Amala says, to be fair, they are moving away from the cowl arts toward the Voltron-esque style. Long, pointy chins, similar to the new Superman series. True.
It's funny. I don't mind the style of the
Yeah, me
Superman
neither.
series. I mean, it's not my favorite thing. The thing that throws me off of the Superman series is not the style; it's the designs.
Yeah, the designs and the writing.
Yeah,
I guess like the structure of the way the characters, the body structure and all this is like it's better than what I've been seeing before. But what they're mandated to draw, I don't know. We could kind of quibble over that. Like,
that's a whole other video, to be honest. I haven't been watching. I've watched the first 2 episodes, and I was like, all right, I'm done. I just see like the clips, and then all of a sudden they're gonna have the lowest verse with Lois, Korean Lois meets like I don't know 3 other versions of herself, and I think it's 2 of them are guys or something. I don't know.
it's like this is the writers that have nothing to do with the art. Like they're just like this is you draw this for me now, and I don't know.
By the way,
That's why like
apparently
you gotta have your own comic book so you could just do whatever you want to do.
you're absolutely right.
That's right. Speaking of which, we do our own comic book called Red Cyberpunk Fairytale. We
That is
had to
correct.
available on redcomicbook.com. Link is in the description.
Get it up right here. Let me get Chucky up out of here.
Yes. Vessel of Amala says that's the case with modern art. Yeah, see, this is our artist right here. I'll get to that comment in a second, but yes, this is our comic, Red Cyberpunk Fairytale. She's kicking ass in the future. Taking names. It's the cyberpunk reimagining of the Little Red Riding Hood tale. Our comic is available for sale. You order it, you get it right away.
Yep.
On redcomicbook.com. Check it out. Link is in the chat. Link is in the description.
We got some preview pages here too.
Yeah, I got some preview pages. So you don't, they don't teach you this in Cal Arts. They don't teach you this.
No, not
You just
at all.
got to do this on your own. You just got to watch anime and try.
That's what we did. We like watch anime and be like, well, I don't know. We got to hope for the best or something. I don't know.
Yeah, read some old comics, watch some anime, and just pretend we live in a different timeline and draw.
But yeah, you said you was gonna follow up with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Let me see.
Oh yeah. The comment says that's always the case with modern artists. This is Vissel of Amala says when drawing black people, they always had the nose. They always slid the nose, lips, and cheekbones all the way to 10 so they can look ethnic enough. Yeah, this is a I guess a debate within the black community or something. I'm like,
Right.
what what kind of how to draw a black character or something like that. I don't know about like cartoony styles. It's not what I do. It's not what Sean does. Like where it's like looking like a like a caricature kind of thing. We just know
Yeah.
about like heroic action styles. And in those styles you don't do like crazy exaggerations on them unless it's like somewhat you do. Sometimes you do. But mostly it's for characters that you want to satirize. Not
Yeah.
satirize, but like that's a bad word. But like caricaturize
Right.
for to individualize their look. But like if you're drawing like a like he's the comic relief or he's actually like an old man or if he's like the accountant of the superhero or something, then you'll like draw them not looking as good looking as the regular superhero, but like, even in real life,
Yeah. But not as the main.
not as the main.
That's what they doing nowadays. So hold on. Let me see. Go up in the chat. Oh, you guys were talking about Tanya. I haven't even got. I don't know. Mortal Kombat. I kind of have a no particular hard stance on Mortal Kombat. I know
I know
some
they have that
people.
new the cartoon.
Huh?
You talk about the Mortal Kombat cartoons.
No. The Mortal Kombat 1 that's coming out. I heard some
Oh,
people today were complaining because they were like, "Oh, Reptile has a human form."
mm-hmm.
And somebody said, I forgot. Somebody said like they looked at him and he said like, "Yo, why his face looked like a school shooter?" So I was like, "Oh man," but I don't know. I thought it was okay. The trail's been insane, regardless, though.
Oh, that's what they're talking about. This Tanya character.
Yeah, that was like the black character, and I don't know that caused a small bit of an uproar on
Right.
on Twitter for a bit.
Yeah, because they were saying when they see like a Japanese game that has like CGI, like highly rendered
Hmm.
cutscene animation and all this, like Capcom doesn't have these problems. Like no matter what race they are, like they somehow able to nail the face to look like the good looking version of every race or something.
Yeah, they deal in pleasing aesthetics.
Right. Like they'll take like a an actor that's like a model,
Hmm.
and then they'll make them look even better than the actual like photos that they use for reference and stuff. But like in America, they do the opposite. They'll take like a good looking model, then make them look worse or something.
Worse.
And I think they do it on purpose. I can't tell, or if they have lost artistic ability to draw like a face or something.
I feel
It
like
might be a combo of the two. I'm not really sure.
it's like
They're
uh
encouraged not to, and they're encouraged not to learn it.
yeah.
So it kind of like synchronizes into one big American weird looking art style in a way.
It's like what's that game? Freak. How did I forget it? I played the first one. Horizon. Oh,
Horizon Zero Dawn.
yeah. And then in the sequel, they just made her look like puffy for no reason, even though the actress looks the same. I'm like, why would you
She
do
be
that?
eating good, killing monsters, eating good. Like,
I I like why
turn a
why
big dinosaur into a ham hock sandwich. Like, who knows? I'm not really sure.
I don't know. They do weird things.
I just try to challenge your expectations. Maybe this is like some weird way. It's like some weird, I don't know, cursed way to try and individuate themselves from Japanese artwork or something.
Yeah, they need to stop doing that.
Maybe it's like the only way they know how. Like, oh, they'll do it that way, and I'll do it this way, and that way they'll know I'm an American and they're a Japanese guy. Like, I don't know. I'm like, bro, why are you doing this? Don't try and do that. Like,
Yeah, like don't do
just
that.
try and draw the face correctly. I don't care what it looks like. You can't if you can't. Don't be like I'm going to be alternative to beauty, and that'll be the American standard. Like that doesn't make any damn sense. It's not. It's like don't do that. Like
Houlihan said they chubbed her up. Yep. They definitely did. Vessel says the male gaze must be defeated regardless of if it causes terrible sales.
Right. And it's GAZE for the algorithm right there.
Oh
That's
yes,
what
yes,
right
yes,
now. Okay. The eyeballs connected to a man,
yes.
apparently. I guess in a way, back in the day, the dark days of society, according to certain modern audience individuals
Yes.
that run the industry, they just figured like, well, there's a bunch of dudes walking into GameStop. Let's just cater to them and just give them whatever they want. So it was just like, I don't know, Dead or Alive and volleyball and Chun-Li and like Psylocke jumping around and very
It's
developed woman, like, doing ninjutsu. And they were just like, or maybe that was going on. They just saw it as a logical thing.
right.
And I guess now they're pretending that, I don't know,
That doesn't
that
exist.
demo doesn't exist. The
Well,
demo changed a lot, and they cooking the, the the books on the demographics and stuff. But I don't know. I just feel like dudes have just more time to play video games because they got no life. So why? That's just logical to me.
aren't they talking about like men are like nowadays are like lonelier than ever before, which I guess in turn makes women lonelier than ever before because I saw some a woman complain about that on TikTok. Except the dudes, like you said, are playing the video games. They playing video
Yeah,
games more than ever before now. And Japan
like
still
maybe like
remembers because they just released a new character today for Tekken 8. I forgot what her name is. She's like a Peruvian character, and of course she's attractive AF.
right, like like Japan knows. They're like, oh, it's just some dudes playing video games. Here's here's Faye from Resident Evil. Here's Claire Redfield.
Right. I don't
It's
know.
not it's not it's not rocket science. It's just
They don't think about it. They're just like, yeah. Imagine like somebody from American team going to like, oh, why don't you make this face a little more real? And it's like, yeah, that is real. We rendered the actress like, no, why don't you stretch this part and stretch the chin down? And I'm like, but why?
yeah. It's like in Japan, I don't think they think about like they're educating the audience or like trying to get them to like, I don't know, change the paradigm of anything. They're just like, here's the story, good looking characters, I guess, help you acclimate your eyes to the story.
Right.
You want America, they're trying to always teach you something.
Like, but you gotta
Like it can't
educate.
exist for entertainment's sake.
No.
It has to serve some other purpose or something. And I'm not sure why. Maybe it has to do with like, I don't know, some kind of weird psychological parental pressure that you're wasting your time drawing like sci-fi explosions and karate and mutants and zombies and all this stuff. So if you try and like, I don't know, teach some dude in Minnesota just living in a basement should not be a sexist, then you will have achieved some kind of social nirvana points with the community or some shit. I don't really see the point. I'm just like, whatever, man. Are you making a video game or not? I don't know. Vessel Homala says, oh, you mean the Lucha Libre Barista? The Tekken 8 cast looks great, except for a few. New Raven.
Yeah, I
I
don't
have to
know them
see.
all because I'm not well versed in Tekken. Oh, the character? Oh, wait. Faye just said the character. Let me go look her up. Oh, whoops. Hold on. Where's she at?
And believe me, I want America to do better. It's not cool to be outsourcing our stuff, and like, we should. They have artists that go to art school all the time, but trying to make art. There's people, there's people in this chat who are artists, and like they're trying to like be something, and they want to draw something different than what they're told to by these studios.
Yeah, it was her. There you go.
Right.
I mean, there's a low res version, but yeah.
Right. So they're like, hey,
It's very easy. Just
Like, it's like, hey, draw a Latina character. Japan's like, no problem, and they whip that up, and you're like, great. Meanwhile, like America,
oh, they would have
give me
messed
a
this whole
Latina.
thing up.
Yeah, that's like,
They would have messed this whole thing up.
just no. They were just
If I
no.
if I if I took this into my program, use like the bloat tool in certain places, I'm sure like
Yeah,
get the
just don't. It's
Lamb
simple.
says I'm a 5'8", 135-pound Asian guy. I don't want to be represented in games or movies. Don't make Wolverine look like me. I look up to these passes.
Yeah, he just want to see the character. Not everything is like some self-insert teachable moment where I can't relate to them until look exactly like me. Ego trip.
That's what
It's
I was
not
saying.
how a lot of people. Yeah.
That's what I was saying today. Today they were talking about Invincible. Before I get off here, because they were talking about Invincible. Hey, Robert Kirkman apparently saying that the race swapping for the show was important to representation. Blah blah blah. Y'all heard the same the same old tired argument. I'm like, important. Important to who? Like, what's it important for?
Why is all this important? Like, who? What are we doing? Like, we're we're a nation of. I thought we're like, I don't know, making video games and comics and movies, and now we're just a nation of educators. And what kind of education you're getting too? Like, weird anatomy and like frightening children and with your art.
First of all,
It's
I
kind
didn't
of
even
weird.
talk about the education, and I'm like,
It's like
feel
miseducation.
better. What, bro? I'm watching a show about a kid who flies around, whose father is like, what I'm saying, a psychopath. That's the show. I,
Like, look at this. This is like a Latina character, right? This is like you already achieved, done.
Mhm.
They're like, oh, create a character that the kids want to play as, or like video game fans want to play as. That's as of Latin origin. And Japan just says, no problem, done. And then they move on to something else. Now they can concentrate on the fight moves, the graphics, the the special effects, all that stuff, the game mechanics, the marketing, the
Yeah,
distribution. No problem, achieved. Meanwhile, America's just like they just bungle it.
America, they're gonna give you where's Horizon Zero Dawn? Not even. That's probably like the least of I can't remember what the sequel's called. Oh, there we go. There it was. How do you
Right.
even? How do you? Why though? Face said we live in the wrong dimension. Brina says I want to see a Jorge Jimenez style animated. You know what? That would actually be pretty awesome.
They should definitely try and take inspiration from, like how Japan, they will take inspiration from the manga art styles that they adapt their animes from.
Yeah.
They should try and take the art styles from an American comic book that they animate from. That would be interesting.
Wait, was that real or did they like Photoshop that up? This is real? Because I didn't play the sequel.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends. I always see that screen cap, but I never seen it in motion. So I don't know how if that's like the worst representation of the what they were doing.
What are they doing, bro? Oh no, this is Reddit. I don't trust Reddit for nothing. No, I mean like as a source. I mean as content. They be doing whatever
True.
they want on. I, I,
I mean, I drew like red,
mhm.
and I don't know if this would be approved by. I just do what I draw, what I want.
Oh, we can show it. Hold on. I'm gonna go
If
get
you
it
want
now.
to, yeah,
Yeah.
download it or something.
Hold on. I got it up on screen. Here you go. Boom. All right. So what we doing right now? All right. Oh no, it's for the male. The how do you say the word mill? Gaze. Okay. oh, oh, Faye said it's real. So that screen cap is real.
Okay.
Really?
Right. And then you can show the new one I drew. I'll put it
Oh,
on Twitter. Right?
oh, that you have on Twitter?
No, I didn't put it on Twitter.
Oh, the one. Oh,
I'll put it,
the
I'll
last one
post.
you just sent me, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I like this one. Hold on. Oh, there we go.
right. Here you go. But she's got a sword. She's kicking butt, right? I mean, I achieved the female empowerment meme, right? I'm good.
The female. Faye said that wouldn't have been what approved.
Yeah, that would have been proved. Yeah, I don't know. I just live in the 90s. I don't know. Like I live in a time warp. I don't exist in this timeline. Like I kind of like followed an alternate timeline, and then I got pushed into this one.
We
So
we from the
I kind of
multiverse.
yeah. So I don't know. I didn't like take the new lessons. I didn't go on to Tumblr. I didn't get the account. I didn't like give them. This someone else says great album art. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. So this is it.
All right, y'all. But we gonna let y'all go for the night. Um, I don't know what we can. We didn't come to any conclusion today. There's no conclusion to come
No,
to. It's
no.
just that we keep seeing coincidentally the same. I mean, we all know what it is, all right? They just want to do this to try to, like, I don't know, teach you something, or it's a conspiracy to make everything ugly, and or they can't draw any other way, and or a whole bunch of other stuff.
Everyone's got theories. Everyone has their ideas of why this is happening, but we still have no.
The communists, it's the communists.
And it's
No,
still coming. And it's still coming.
oh, they got more for you, I'm sure.
Webb says more questions and conclusions.
Yeah, there was no. Yeah, there's always look when you're dealing with today's world. There's never a conclusion. There's always questions.
Well, yeah, we'll be on the case though. We'll like have to interview some youngin and see if what the new art education is like behind the scenes. Yeah, Faye says nice but not approved. Well, hopefully I'll be approved by the people and stuff. Sean and I just trying to keep plugging away. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and if you like what we do, like the video. It helps the algorithm, lets people know we're out there.
Yes, yes,
Subscribe, hit the bells to know where we go on next.
yes. Please,
You
please,
know,
please.
helps
Thank you all
helps.
for, like, being here and being active in the
Hmm.
chat and everything.
Yeah. If you want to talk after, you can be on the Discord. Link is in the description.
Yep.
Go on Discord. And we have a post your art section. You can post your art too, and we'll review it, on Thursday.
Right.
Check out the links. We're also on Twitch. You can subscribe there, see when we go live. And yeah, check out Cyberpunk Fairytale, our comic book.
And as Brina said, like the stream.
Yeah, like the video. We're just two guys in a sea of madness trying to do our part to course correct the things that I guess people are frustrated with within the industry.
Yeah.
Through the humble power of art and storytelling.
Yeah.
And we encourage everyone that's doing the same. Okay.
Before we go, when I says my theory is that the timeline split when Harambe died, probably.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave on that note. I think that might be the most accurate thing. Anyway, y'all, thanks for coming through. Have a good one. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.